Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Had a little bit of a weird glitch going on with my software there, but we are live. It is 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. We've got a special guest tonight. We're gonna have some fun. She's pretty cool. She's a cool cat. She's ready to go. I'm gonna introduce her in just a few minutes. And we also have the giveaway winner to announce from last week's giveaway. But first, let me give a shout out to Robert Green, first one in here. Of course, we got the repeat offender, Melissa Justice. What's happening? Matt Catman Jones, what's going on? Hooty hoo, hoot hoot. Matt, are you using the new Capstan Elite spinning reels? Have you caught any behemoths with that thing? Let me know in the comments what you got going on, Matt Catman Jones. We got a celebrity in the house in the comment section, a real catfish monster in the house. Jesse Justice, what's happening, dude? Danny, how are you? Lem, what's going on? Scott Hooten, as always. And then Virgilio Mendoza, what's going on? All right, guys, so we're going to get things crack-a-lacking. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see down there at the bottom of the screen, we got a sale alert. I talked about them last week, and it is the new Bait Boss fanny pack and sling bag. These cats right here, whoop, whoop. These things are awesome, guys. They're killer. You can, yes, the fanny pack is back, and I think it's cooler than ever. And then, of course, the Bait Boss sling bag. These guys are 25% off right now on Amazon. Don't miss out on that sale. It's a killer deal. They're going to go quite a bit up in price. That's a good sale right there, guys. That is a good sale, like 25% off. That you can't beat it. That's a really, really good sale. It's a hard one to beat year round. Jump on that introductory offer, guys. Live on Amazon. All you got to do is type in Cast King Bait Boss Sling or Cast King Tackle Bag, fanny pack, things to those natures, and you'll see them pop up. It's a good deal. Plus, anytime you're shopping on Amazon and you're looking for those crazy deals, make sure you guys take a look for that little coupon box too. Sometimes you can get double dipping on those deals going on Amazon. So yes, Oscar says right here, AJ, congratulations for your place of June in the Wall of Fame. I actually took third place, guys. I got first place for my week right there, earned my Wall of Fame medal, guys. If you guys aren't participating in the Wall of Fame, what are you doing? What are you doing? You guys are missing out on moolah, up to $2,000 cash you can win, tons of free gifts, prizes, awards. Guys, get on there, get after it. Don't let me win. You guys are so much better anglers than I am. Jump in it. But speaking of people that are way better than I am, I'm going to introduce you guys to my first guest here in a minute. Her name is Anna Kay. She's way better of an angler than I am, obviously, because she's already made tons more money than I ever have, or accomplished more than I ever have in the fishing industry. She's going to be coming in just a minute, but before that, we had our giveaway winner. Last week I said to make sure you check out and comment in the comment section how you would use or what you would like to do, or just at least comment with either your choice of the Bait Boss if you were to win, or the Bait Boss sling bag, the fanny pack sling bag. And we picked a winner at random, and that winner is Walt McLeod, and it was a YouTube winner. So Walt, if you're watching, make sure you find me on Facebook Messenger, a.j.gore, G-O-R-E, and send me a direct message, and we'll get you dialed in and let you pick whether you want the Bait Boss tackle bag fanny pack or the Bait Boss sling bag, and get you dialed in. Again, our lucky winner from last week is Walt McLeod from the Clan McLeod. But without further ado, guys, let me bring in, like I said, this angler. She's awesome. She's putting a hurting on all kinds of people all around the world. She's going to put me to shame if we ever fish against each other. Miss Anna Kay, what's going on, Anna? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. You know, we actually wanted to have Anna on the show a couple months prior, and we kind of chit-chatted back and forth a little bit. Schedules didn't line up, but you had actually had a really good finish in a couple tournaments this year, but this most recent finish, man, you guys put it down. You hammered down, and you guys had, I mean, what was like $140,000 plus in like earnings or scholarship funds to that nature. Can you break that down for me exactly what you guys won recently?
Okay, so me and my partner competed in the TBF High School World Final on Lake Pickwick 2 weeks ago, and it was against 416 teams. Which not all of those were all female teams, of course, but me and her ended up finishing 47th out of 416 teams. And we also won the top female team, which, if you look at the picture, it does say second place, top female team. But what happened was there was a mix-up backstage.
Ooh.
When they typed up the results, they misprinted the first place team and the second place team, which second place team was 136, and we were so they mixed it up back there and announced it wrong, so they had to go with that. But we are getting our checks because we did earn it. So
Now, are you getting are they going to reprint the giant check for you guys?
yep, they are.
Oh, yes. See, I'd have that thing I'm like when you and I were kind of talking backstage, I was like, checking out the picture of the dog on the wall back there. That right there, that's where your check's got to go, right there. Or does your dad want it in the living room?
Well, this isn't actually my room, it's our office, but in my room, I have a scholarship I actually won in the same tournament last year, which I won top female angler of the whole tournament. Hanging above my.
So you're not like Melissa Justice. She's one of our repeat offenders. You're a repeat offender on being a top performing female angler. Now, in that tournament that you won last year, where you got top performing female angler, were you also competing against males like you were in this last tournament, or was that an all girls tournament too?
I was. So last year I fished with a guy, which me and him won the top coach team, which also led to me winning the top female angler.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Adam Robinson says, I heard Anna constantly outfishes her dad. Is this true?
It's very true.
It happens. It happens. About 2 weeks ago, my daughter and I went fishing. She outfished me. So right on, right on. So now you guys were fishing this last tournament, and so you were competing against other high school teams, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then they had divisions where it was, of course, co-angler. Now, did they have like male and female teams? Was it female teams? Was it male teams? Or was it just whoever's a team, you fell into those categories? How did that work? Did it break down into different sections?
No, it didn't really break down. It's just, so it's like a normal tournament. Two partners. It can be two males, it can be two females, or it can be a male and a female.
Okay.
So, yep.
But you guys happened to basically classify, you got out of like 100, what was the number, like 150 teams, somewhere in there or more, somewhere in that range, and you guys placed 47th, was it?
It was 416 teams that we placed 47th.
416 teams. My apologies. 416, and you guys finished 47th. Holy cow. And then, of course, top performing female anglers. So you know what? There's like 300 dudes that you put a hurting on. So girl power right there. So yeah, I'll tell you what, us boys, we dropped the ball. But you know what? Boys, girls, it doesn't matter. When you're out fishing and you just flat compete and win and place 47th, it doesn't matter gender at that point. That's just flat out skills. I mean, that's just skills to pay the bills. Now, you also celebrated a birthday recently, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what day were you born?
June 26th, but I don't know.
You had to think about it?
I don't know. Hey, I had to think about it.
You're all, it was a Tuesday, I think. Original. No, I'm just kidding. And I ain't making fun of your accent. I always go to a hillbilly accent whenever I start clowning, so my apologies. I actually was born June 25th, so you're June 26th. So, hey, we celebrate on the same weekend together. Mine was a Saturday and yours was a Sunday. So happy birthday to you. Now, answer me this. How did you get started in fishing? Was it just your dad needed somebody to beat him all the time, or what was the story there? So,
okay, well, before I was born, my daddy actually fished the opens. And after I was born, of course, he had to quit, go back to work because he had a wonderful daughter. But anyway, when I was about to go to middle school, we actually bought another bass boat because we had a pontoon, and Daddy didn't like it. He said, we got to have a bass boat.
Understandable.
So I learned that high school fishing was becoming a thing. So this was back in 2013.
Okay.
And the lady there, she said, you should join the high school fishing team when you get to 6th grade. And I was like, okay, maybe I will. So ever since 6th grade, I've been tournament fishing, but recently, since about 8th grade, all the way up to 11th, I'm going into the 12th. I've really picked up on it and got serious about it.
Awesome, awesome. Now I got a question up here from Patrick Feely. Wants to know, where are you from, Anna?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Nice, nice. I was gonna say, don't give it no street addresses. No, I'm just kidding. This is the internet. You never know who's watching. So, so now, how long have you been fishing? Have you been fishing your whole life, or is it like you said, just basically right around 2013 you started getting real serious, or what happened there?
I've been fishing my whole life. And Daddy took me on the boat when I was about 3 years old, and I caught my first bass, which was 5 pounds.
Whoa, that's a good one there.
What he did was he casted the rod out and said, "Here, reel this in." It was a brand new Seville. And I was reeling it in, and something hit it, and he thought it was like a striper or something. And Mama held my life jacket. I started reeling it in. He said, "Oh my goodness!" And I found my arch. So.
Get the net. Get the net. He knew right there. He's like, oh, great. I'm going to live in this girl's shadow for the rest of my life. But he's happy. I'm sure he's proud. So what is your favorite technique? Now, what is your favorite thing to fish? And just your, like if you had your choice of today's going to be a fun day and I adore topwater bites on, I'm throwing this. Like, what's your favorite thing to throw?
All right, so that depends on time of the year, but during the summer, I live on Lake Hartwell, so around here, topwater is amazing during the summer, and I love it. But also, like when we went to Pickwick, it's a completely different thing. It's a river system. So up there, I was throwing a jig all day, and I love throwing a jig. I love throwing a shaky head. I love anything like that. But if topwater bites on, I gotta be using topwater. I can't be going slow all day.
That's it. All right. Now, with that said, what is your money-making technique? Now, now hold on. Now, I don't know if you got some tournaments coming up and you got some haters watching. What is your money-making technique without giving away your secret? What is your like your go-to? Like, hey, they're just, I ain't getting it done today. I got to maybe you have two different things. Like for me, I'll go throw what I think's working well that day, but I always, especially since I've gotten so much better at it the last couple of years, drop shot is my go-to for numbers, for sheer numbers. But what is your money making technique that you can always rely on for whatever reason?
I always shaky head time any time of year.
Shaky head, huh?
Yeah.
Now you'll throw shaky head over drop shot or even like Texas rig worm or something like that?
Okay, well that depends because the lakes around here are weird.
I understand.
So during the winter, I'd probably pick up a drop shot over head. But as I'd pick up shaky head.
Yeah, fire them up on that drop shot and then throw that shaky head or that Texas rig. Get them pigs to start biting. All right. Now, so you're getting ready to be going to college. Obviously, you're going into your senior year. You're moving into, I mean, you've got all this scholarship money that you're just stacking. Like you got stacks of cash for college from these scholarships, just ready to go to use. What are you thinking about majoring in? What are your goals with some of that in your college lifestyle that you're looking for?
Hey, well, I'm having a hard time making a decision between being a marketing manager or going into elementary.
That's, guys, all right. In the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, Anna is struggling. Now, granted, Anna, in a year from now, you could completely change your mind and have something else pop into your head. You could be a veterinarian or professional fisherwoman, whatever you want to do. First MLF, female to win the whole thing. It can happen. But guys, in the comment section, let us know what Anna should do. Do you think she should be a teacher and give back to the community and to the youngins or in our youth, or should she major in marketing and go out there and maybe work for such brands like Cast King or some of the other fishing businesses, or maybe you'll just go out there and work in the marketing industry and sell some milk. Who knows? But what do you guys think Anna should do between those two choices? We're seeing become a teacher. Everybody wants you to be a teacher. Oh, and Patrick Feely says depends on where you're going to college. That's a good point too. That's a good point. So, all right, now you're young and you're into the high school teams, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that don't know that there are high school teams out there, or that this is even a thing that people could go in there and participate in this stuff. What did you find? How did you get into that? Is it something you kind of fell into? Did you have to go out there and really go to work to make this happen? Did you develop a high school team, help develop it in your area? What happened for you?
Well, like I said, when we bought our bass boat back in 2013, the lady told us that they were starting up a high school tournament trail. And that's what really got me started into it. And back in 2015, I think, let's see. Yeah, back in it was 2015. It started becoming bigger in South Carolina, and South Carolina was the third biggest high school tournament trail in America.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
I would assume Florida and Texas are going to be, could be wrong there. Texas has got to be up there in the top three.
Alabama ahead of us.
Alabama. Okay. So, okay. Now, do you primarily stay in your home state, or do you travel outside and do different events that way?
So most of the year I'll stay in South Carolina, but if an event comes to like Florida, Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, I will definitely go to those because it's a little bit closer.
Okay. Okay. Now, have you already started to have you already picked out a college?
I have not. I'm touring colleges right now, but I haven't picked one out.
What is now is a college fishing program a have to? Is that on the books? Like you're like, nope, no college fishing. I'm out. Not even thinking about it. Like, does that matter to you? Are you just going to
Yes,
do tournaments on the weekends, or is that a thing?
it's a thing. I'd love to compete at the collegiate level.
Nice, nice. Okay, so if you had your choice, do you have a college you'd like to you're kind of, I know you said you're touring, but is there one that's sticking out that you'd like to go to?
I'm kind of in the cross between two right now. So
Hey, do you not want to say them? Like you're afraid to jinx it, or is that like
I'm between Carson Newman and Bryan College right now.
okay, okay. Uh-oh. Sean Patton says you got to go to Auburn, Alabama. You got to go to Auburn. So
Too big of
that's a hard no for you.
it's not a hard no, but it's cool. And I don't like big schools.
Well, he's saying he's got a great fishing team. All right. So speaking of great fishing team, we've got some great people on the Cast King team, and of course, you're getting ready to to go. We're gonna have to label you as a pro in no time. I mean, you're killing it this year. You and your partner Elizabeth, by the way. I don't know if you want to give her a shout out, Elizabeth, if you're watching, because you're in it with us too. So, but anyhow, we've got some great team members and some great things on the Cast King team. Now, tell me about some of the things about Cast King that you love, and then of course, tell me about your go-to rod and reels from Cast King that helped you basically bank some of these big bucks in these huge scholarships that you've been winning.
All right. So my favorite thing about casting rods and reels is how light they are and how easy they are to hold in my hands. Because you go to some of these, as a girl, I have smaller hands, and my hand don't fit around a reel.
I get it. Understandable.
The smaller profile definitely helps me. And then I'd have to say my all-time favorite, I'm always praising it, I'm always talking about it, is the Mega Jaw series. And then for real, Royal Select. Sorry, I messed up. For a rock, go to Royal.
You know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's that new Mega Jaws. So now, have you been using the normal Mega Jaws and just recently got the Mega Jaws Elite? You still like what is 5 reels on your deck? What do you got?
I have the Mega Jaws Elite, the red one, and the gray one, and then I have all 4 of the old Mega Jaws series.
Okay, the original Mega Jaws series. So, are you planning on upgrading? Do you have any Bassnators yet?
I do. I have 3.
3 Bassnators. I
Three.
love. So now let me ask you this. This is gonna. I mean, this almost isn't even fair to ask. But you said you love the original Mega Jaws series. Do you find yourself picking up the original Mega Jaws? Let's not count the Mega Jaws Elites yet. Let's not count that because that's cheating. That's cheating. But did you find yourself picking up the Mega Jaws Elite over the Bass or Elite? I keep saying Elite. The older original Mega Jaws over the Bassnators. Did you like them more?
Yes, I
You
did.
did? What? Okay. See, I'm a Bassnator dude. I adore the Bassnators. And the Mega Jaws, the original Mega Jaws series reels, they were cool, but I'd have gone Bassnator all day, every day, not even a second thought. What made you go after the original Mega Jaws over the Bassinator?
I don't know. The color was pretty, so I wanted.
Of course, we're going. Oh, they're so pretty. So, all right. So, other than color, what else did you like about them?
I like the performance they had, honestly, because when I picked up a Mega Jaws my first time, it was just like smooth as a baby, zooming out there, everything. It was perfect, and I fell in love. I got about 10 more of them sitting out in the garage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, did price have a factor into that?
Not really. I mean, I think personally for the performance of the reel, it is a great price.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, some people look at the Bassinator and they go, "Well, that's too expensive." But you compare the Bassinator against like a lot of the Daiwas and other brands out there; they're a lot cheaper and every bit as good. Then you get into the Mega Jaws. Now you are proof in the pudding. You know what I mean? Like recently, the Mega Jaws series of reels, and this is pre-elite, pre-aluminum frame and self-adjusting brakes. We've had guys winning MLF events is now on the Cast King Pro staff, Robert Rana, and then yourself, using the original Mega Jaws, which they're not Elite Series reels. They are kind of like Weekend Warrior reels. They're good reels, but that's just proof in the pudding right there that you and him and tons of others around the country they're cashing checks for you guys. And that's killer. That is killer. So moving forward, if you had to recommend one reel, no matter price, one rod and reel combo, no matter price, for anybody, what would you recommend?
I would recommend the original Mega Jaws 7.2-1 with a 7.3 sleeve medium heavy rod for anything.
Now you've talked about the Mega Jaws. Now there's no secret, and of course that 7.2-1, that's going to be the black series of reels. That is a phenomenal. That 7.2-1 to me, if anybody's getting started, I agree with you 100%. 7.2-1 is that gear ratio that you can still burn fast with. It's not the fastest, but it'll still move. But you can also slow it down a little bit if you need to. It's just good all around. What's your favorite rods?
The Royal Select rods.
Really? So do you have any Speed Demon Elite or Speed Demon Pro rods and spiralis?
I have 1 Spirali and then 3 Speed Demon.
And you love the Royale Select rods. Yeah. Nice. And they're fantastic. 24-ton carbon fiber rod, Fuji series guides. They've got the aluminum reel seats, the Para G2. I just recently actually opened them up before we went live. 2 new Para G2 rods, which is the same rod, just different handle, basically, a little bit different paint scheme, and the reel seat's a little different. But the actual blank is the same. Dude, for the money, you can't beat them. I agree with you. I'm doing a series of comparison videos where I'm comparing other brand reels versus like our stuff. And so now I want to put them on 2 identical rods. So I just bought those 2 new rods, got them today for future videos. And I got to agree with you. They're fantastic, but for anybody else out there watching this, I mean, Anna's going out there and she can use the Spirali, she can use the Speed Demon Pro, but the Royale Select and like the Para G2 are still out there, competing and winning and cashing checks for you. So now I got a question from a Facebook user right here. Facebook user asks, Anna, have you used the Deadbolt yet?
I have not.
You have not. Do you do any heavy structure fishing or anything like that?
Not really.
No, nothing like that. Well, if you do any do you do any frog fishing?
Not a lot. I don't like frogs.
What? Like, there's people in the comments are going, "Oh no, that is sacrilegious."
I'm
So
saying, like, not around here. But
no, I
other
get it. I live in Arizona, so frog fish. I mean, we do some frog fishing, but it ain't like back east. You know what I mean? Back east, frog fishing can be superb, but in Arizona, I'm with you. We don't get to do as much. So I have a couple frog setups, but I just don't get crazy with it. I'm with you. So, all right. Anybody in the comment section, if you have any questions or comments for Anna, please ask away. So we're coming up on about 4 or 5 more minutes left in the show. Devin Cartwright says he loves his Royale Select rods, uses them for jerk baits. What else do we have? We've got Patrick Feely. All of my saltwater rods are the Pair G2s. Man, it is awesome. It is just awesome. So Mega Jaws Elite all day, day over the Bassinator. What? Really? For reals? For reals? Just look at the specs and features. No, I agree with you that specs and features are neat, but I don't know, man. Those Bassинators just, I don't know. I still love them. I'm right there. Like, I'm right there. Now, if we come out with an upgraded Bassinator down the road with the Mega Jaws braking system in there, it's a done deal. Everybody just better go home because it's over.
then.
So what's that?
Because you might change my mind then.
Yeah, that's it. We need the Bassinator Elite. So, here we go. All right, here's a comment. AJ, where's your hair? Well, it ain't there. I can tell you right now, it ain't on my head. Oh, you know what? He's probably talking about my wig. I don't know where my wig is. So I've been wearing a crazy wig because I got a TikTok video I'm supposed to be working on. So, I see my fro. It's over there. My fro is over there. Don't worry, it'll make an appearance soon. So, all right, Anna, we're coming up on the 30-minute mark. Now, granted, Elizabeth, how do you pronounce her last name? She is your partner. She's your co-conspirator. Actually, I'm going to put up a picture of you and her again. How do you pronounce her last name exactly so I don't butcher it anymore? Because you guys are going to keep on winning everything.
It's Pamphilon.
It's what?
Pamphilon.
Pamphilon. Okay. So I'm probably going to still screw that up. I may have to hit you up and be like, how do you pronounce your name? So do you have any big tournaments coming up that you and her are slotted to fish? Is there anything on the roster, or are you waiting for a new season to start?
We're currently waiting on a new season to start. It should start back up in September.
Okay. So does that, with your earnings, the way you finalize this year, what kind of momentum does that give you going into the new season?
Well, I mean, it gives me a good feeling, but I know that I can't get too confident. If I do, then I'm not my best. I'm not going to be able to keep my head down and grind out tournaments like I should.
Awesome. No, I totally agree with you there. I mean, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, Anna's been in this boat 100 times where you go out there, you slay it, and then all of a sudden you go out again and you get skunked. And that's a reality check, and we don't like to admit it, but it happens to us all, even the best of the best. Watch MLF couple tournaments. Some of the best guys are down there at the bottom of the leaderboard with zeros. So things happen, I mean, it's fishing. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. So Ron Pastor goes, how do you suggest to a tween girl to get into fishing?
Well, you see, I was raised around it, so it kind of just came to me. But just get out there, show them what it's about, and make sure they know, hey, there's other girls out here competing, and they're doing very well. And just because you're not a guy doesn't mean that you can't keep up with them and compete with them.
Nice. Now, has the phone been ringing since you placed so well? Have you been hearing from just people calling like, hey, girl, you got to come fish for us. We want you to come fish this circuit or use our baits.
Well, not as much as it did last, but I had several interviews over the phone.
Nice. Good deal. Well, congratulations. So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you want to tell hello? And then, of course, let the world know, people know how to follow you on all your social media accounts and what you got coming up other than just your new season kicking off in September.
All right, so I'd really like to thank my dad because he's put up with me for 7 years being my boat captain. And Elizabeth, I don't know how you put up with two little girls for that long, but he did it. And then I would love to thank the good Lord above because without him, none of this would have been possible. And let's see, my mama too, because she put up with all of it and all the traveling, dealing with the dogs and everything while we were
Oh
gone.
yeah, it takes an army, I'm sure.
It does.
And what about social media? How can people follow your adventures in this career that you are starting to create, possibly as as an angler?
Okay, so my old Instagram got hacked. So if you look up Anna K, it's gonna come up to Instagram, and there's gonna say something about Cash App or something. Don't do that.
Stay off the Cash App, guys. Watch, you know, yeah,
Don't do
really
it.
be careful on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, hackers, man. Ugh.
My new Instagram is Anna K Fishing, so it's just my first name and my last name with fishing behind it. And then my is just Anna K, and that's it.
Awesome. All righty. Well, Anna, it was a pleasure having you come on the show. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on here with us and share your wealth and knowledge of fishing. Hopefully, we see you in September with some more top finishes. You know, of course, first place is always nice, but being consistent,
Mm-hmm.
being consistent as much as possible at times can do better than winning one tournament out of the year and placing horrible the rest of the year. So consistency can be key. Give Dad a big hug and Mom a hug and kiss for us on the Cass King family side. Tell them that we're glad that you're out there killing it. And thank you very much for your time, Anna. So I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All righty. Have a great night, Anna.
Too.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, where we're at that 30-minute hour, that was Miss Anna K. Like we said, she recently fished the TBF High School Fishing World Finals. 416 teams. She had to correct me on that. I screwed that up. And her partner Elizabeth placed 47th. And this wasn't just an all-girls thing. This was out of everyone. I mean, it was an open field, 416 teams, and to come in 47th. Her and her partner Elizabeth did come in as an impressive top female finishers. I mean, that's killer. 140 some odd plus thousands of dollars was accumulated in scholarship money from that last tournament, not to mention the other stuff that she's been winning, her and Elizabeth, all year long. So kudos to her. Big respect from us here at Cass King. I'm sure you guys can definitely absolutely appreciate the accomplishment she does and give her some praise and moving forward. So Anna, from all of us here at Cass King and everybody in the comment section, good job. Keep killing it. Guys, my name is AJ Gore. You can find me on my social media pages, a.j.gore, G-O-R-E. And if you are Walt McLeod from YouTube, you are the lucky winner of last week's giveaway. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Again, a.j.gore, G-O-R-E. I'm the guy usually holding a fishing picture. I think right now it is me with the American flag on my boat. Easy one to find. You can't miss that. Let me know that you are the real Walt McLeod with a screenshot of your YouTube platform, of course, from the homepage after you've logged in, and we will get you dialed in your choice of the tackle bag or the tackle sling from the new Bait Boss series of tackle storage from Cass King. Guys, check us out at Cass King USA on Instagram and Cass King USA on TikTok. We have a second Instagram account called Cass King Community. That's for you guys to share and tag all your lovely fishing photos. And if you're watching right here via Facebook or YouTube, you already know how to find us. Just simply Cass King on Facebook or Cass King on YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe, follow, whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you're always up to date on when Cass King goes live, does giveaways, posts new videos, whether it's informational, new product releases, or just fun, zany things. And of course, giveaways. Guys, my name is AJ Gore, and I'll see you guys next week when we go live on Tuesday night. And guess what? Countdown to ICAST, baby. We out.